pretending you're not at war in the middle of a war doesn't change the reality. It doesn't make the violence go away. It just makes you more likely to die. You're at war whether you fight back or not. And there will come a time where you lament your cowardice. Because when the war was winnable, you denied it was even going on. Oh no, it's not a war. No, we don't need a war. It's not a war. We're just losing all of our land and freedom and sovereignty and lives. Yeah, that's not a war. Definitely not. Heaven forbid they were to come and take over your country and control every aspect of what you do and tell you what to say and think. You're denying reality because you're afraid. And when you're afraid of fighting, you want to pretend there's not going to be a fight. You know, that guy gets in your face, he's going to swing. Oh, maybe if I just don't hit him and I just stay. It's not a movie, unfortunately. It's not the way the world works. You know, if a weaker animal removes its claws completely, the predators for said prey have no more mercy than they would normally have. They're no nicer, no more forgiving. In fact, when you have absolutely no weapons or no will to defend yourself, they feast and they kill at random. They kill more than they need because they don't fear repercussion. And then you go extinct. And then the people who exterminated you write the history books and talk about how you deserved it and how it was all your own fault. And they didn't exterminate you, you just suck. And you asked for it. So you don't even get a happy footnote in history. You just vanish. Conquered, vanquished, as permanently forgotten, seldom mentioned, and illy discussed losers.
So when's the fighting gonna start? When are the left and right finally going to agree on one thing, and that's the fact that there is no bridging the gap between us. There is no uniting the fucking people. So when's the fighting start? Because I don't know about the rest of you, but I'm sick and fucking tired of the corruption, the lies, the deceit, and the greed that goes on in our parliamentary system. Our inner cities have turned into a living fucking hell. Canada, our once great nation, in the last 9 years has turned into a third world country. Our government spends billions upon billions of dollars overseas while our Canadian citizens starve in the fucking streets. Kids go without meals. And now our fucking federal government has decided that they're going to allow kids down to the age of 12 years old to seek out medical assistance in death without their parents' consent. Enough's enough. When's the fucking fighting start?
There's a war going on outside no man is safe from. I know I got it from Prodigy. Ain't nobody been saying that shit on the internet. Y'all don't hear the speech? Y'all don't hear the tone of grown men around the world?
Seven, study and the comeback. You should be learning from South Korea and how they managed their brief rule under dictatorship. They didn't waste time chasing the one man with absolute immunity. They went after the structure, the aides, the enforcers, the loyalists, the architects. They knocked out the foundation one pillar at a time until the strong man had no one left to stand on, and his power crumbled beneath him. You should be independently investigating every author of Project 2025, every aide who defies court orders, every communications director repeating lies, every policy writer enabling cruelty, every water boy who keeps this engine running. You can't stop a regime by asking the king to sit down. You dismantle a throne he's standing on, one coward at a time. Stop being scared.
That was the realest shit that I heard on the internet. Ooh. Y'all see how they shot the page? They tried to knock it down. My shit just went right out. So I'm gonna play it again because they heard that, because that was the realest shit. Pay attention. That was the realest shit said on the internet.
7. Study the collapse and the comeback. You should be learning from South Korea and how they managed their brief rule under dictatorship. They didn't waste time chasing the one man with absolute immunity. They went after the structure, the aides, the enforcers, the loyalists, the architects. They knocked out the foundation one pillar at a time until a strong man had no one left to stand on, and his power crumbled beneath him. You should be independently investigating every author of Project 2025, every aide who defies court orders, every communications director repeating lies, every policy writer enabling cruelty, every water boy who keeps this engine running. You can't stop a regime by asking the king to sit down. You dismantle the throne he's standing on, one coward at a time. Stop being scared.
Yeah, I saw it went up to 2,600 and they pulled it back down to 24. Yeah. I told y'all they control my numbers. Yeah, I saw it went up to 2,600 and they brought it back down.
I know the government has been real stressful for everybody lately. All the news is pretty much just bad news. But I got some more bad news. That's the best part. There's a problem that I don't really see many people talking about, so I'm going to bring it up. There is a huge white nationalist movement going on in the United States. I knew about it years ago, but there wasn't anything I could do because it's freedom of speech. Plus, they're very organized and they're very hidden. And it's not just like a couple clubs, down south. It's not just that. They have them in every single state. In bigger states, they have them in every single city. And it's not just like a club where people come together and, have a couple drinks and play cards. They are training. They organize together with outside chapters to work out martial arts, firearms. They also do other things that, just regular dude shit. But these are not just dudes. These are dudes that have been training for the past few years because they want to be ready for what's about to happen. And everybody told me I was crazy. Oh, you're crazy. Why are you spending that much money on ammunition? Why do you work out so much? This is why. I told people that when this shit happens, don't come to me. I was crazy every day but one. The day it happened. Now, I'm going to hold your hand when I'm telling you this because I mean this in the nicest way. If you are a bigger person, you need to lose weight fast. You need to go get a gym membership. You need to work out. If you are out of shape in any way or form, even if you're in shape, you need to join a gym. Lift weights. Do cardio. If you have a boxing membership or some type of martial arts, even better. If you do not own a firearm, buy one. Practice with it. Yeah, they're expensive. Put it on a fucking credit card. Not like we're going to last long enough for you to pay it off. And no, don't buy a freaking one. You need to do your research. Buy something very reliable. Buy something that you can afford as well. Buy ammo. Buy ammo. If you can afford plates, buy them. Level 4 plates. Buy tactical first aid kits. Make a bug out bag. I know there's some people that have had trouble getting in shape. This is a reason to, because this isn't a negotiation anymore. Now you don't have a choice. You have to. This will save your life. You got a bunch of social medias, delete them. I mean it. Delete them. That $500 billion that we're putting into AI, we already have AI. They're going to use it as surveillance. They are going to access your phone without you knowing. And be careful what you say to people, because over 100,000 members worldwide of this organization, they'll turn you in when things go south. And the names of the clubs will not always be obvious. I want to point that out. They have hundreds of different names, and not all of them you would think, oh, that's a club. Be safe. Be armed. Stay alive.
If that's not the realest shit that you've been hearing on the internet, press one. If that's the realest shit that you've been hearing on the internet, with all this celebrity gossip and all these corny niggas, see, there's a war going on outside. Critical times calls for critical thinking. Not this bullcrap that these niggas be talking about on the internet. That's why I had to fall back. I couldn't keep feeding y'all celebrity gossip while the world is changing dead directly in front of your face. We on the brink of World War III and you got niggas on their couch trying to sell you weed. What did I stutter? We are on the brink of World War III and you got dirty niggas on their couch trying to sell you weed. We are not the same. Some niggas is caught up in the limelight. And some niggas is trying to survive.
When you think of eagles, you don't see them flying in packs. You see little birds flying south of the winter. You see them flying in packs. Sometimes they'll create a shape. But when you see eagles, they soar, and they soar alone. Because eagles, they have such a sharp eye, and they have such strong wings that they can do everything that they need to by themselves. Just like you, chosen one, you have a sharp third eye. You have powerful angel wings. You are an earth angel. You don't need to flock and be with people because listen, those in darkness gotta crumble together, but those in light stand alone.